De la right, my MVVs, welcome. It's been rumored that there have been another biggie, like very serious biggie, in the palace of the Ooni of Ife between his wives, the driver, as in his most senior driver, the Ooni of Ife, and Olori Naomi. So I like to keep Olori Naomi out of this because there is no need for her to be part of this. This is their problem and not Olori Naomi's problem. Now it is rumored that Nigeria celebrated, like, there's Eid festival across the globe, and in Nigeria the government gave 3 days for the celebration of Eid. And Oni of Ife is not just a traditional king; he is king to the Muslims. Everybody, of course, he is a Arole Oduduwa, like I always say. Okay, so now he is supposed to be in the palace, like receiving people and all of that, and there is some kind of celebration that goes on too in the palace because they'll be cooking to receive guests and all of that, which happens every year, and he does that. Now, out of this major festival that happened, he decided to spend one day, just one day, with Olori Naomi. And usually with Olori Naomi, he feels very comfortable to spend time with her rather in the Lagos mansion, in the Lekki mansion, and not in, Akure. Time and time he goes to Akure, but we have never heard that he ever spent a night in Akure. We have not heard that. But in the royal mansion, because that belongs to him, he is king, a big one at that, they said that it is forbidden for him to sleep in a woman's house, except the house that belongs to him. So he decided that they made arrangement for them, like he was supposed to go to the Lakey mansion and be with Olori Naomi. Then throughout this period, it's also said that Olori Naomi has been in Akure, okay? And so with all the basketballs happening in the palace, he made arrangement with his driver. And, usually he doesn't go alone. Ooni of Ife is never driving. Like most times when you hear I say he drove to Akure, it's, of course, there's always this group of people who go with him, okay? And so they now made this arrangement to get to Akure, get Queen Naomi, and so they can move to the mansion. And now they said with this drama that is going on in the palace, where they said the Oloris must move into the house that has just been purchased and okay for the Oloris. And they said they are doing some kind of work and all that. Oloris are busy fixing their own apartment the way they would want to. We heard that anyways, I'm going to come back to that gist, okay? So now they said that with all these basketballs on happiness, on healthy relationship with the Oloris in the palace, said Oloris are looking for, well-meaning people, individuals in the society that respect Ooni of Ife, that he listens to come and speak to the Ooni of Ife. They are also trying to, make amends, trying to see how they can work out modalities for things to begin to work smoothly. And, now they said this Eid was a period where they wanted to use this period where people are on holidays to get some of these people are supposed to visit the palace to get to put words, talk to the Ooni of Ife and all of that. And they had made their preparations and everything, but Ooni of Ife left. Okay, so now when he left, they said usually, like I told you, I have told you that sometimes when we come online, like bloggers will say, okay, they have to ask Ooni, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? It's important to know that the wives don't have the right to ask him things like that. They don't. Basically, when they see him, they go like this. They kneel down. They don't even stand to greet him. They don't even look him in the eye and say, "Who are you? Why are you doing that?" Because that's the kind of picture some of us portray online, but that is not what it is. Okay, allegedly, I'm telling you this because I do not live there. I don't say these things happen, but I am telling you what I get, as in the rumored information. So they said they had already spoken to the driver to find his most senior driver that goes very far away with him, to find out his itinerary to know where he's going to. Dr. Elizabeth is not in the palace. Dr. Elizabeth is that person that used to take care of his itinerary, and sometimes if they have schedule, they go to Dr. Elizabeth, and she takes care of all of those stuff. And so they asked the driver, and the driver said Kabiyesi was not going. And so when they were about to leave, they said they asked the senior driver where Kabiyesi was going. They said Kabiyesi was visiting somewhere around Ile-Ife. Meanwhile, the man did not tell them the truth. And this is not to say Kabiyesi told the driver not to tell them the truth, but because the driver understands the environment, and so he knows exactly how to deal with some of these issues. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the south. It's still on the Royals. How are you guys doing, Dela? Right? Thank you, people. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Esheo. I do well appreciate each and every one of you. If you're here and you have not subscribed, can you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate you from the depth of my heart. Thank you so much. Okay, so now the driver now told them that Kabiyesi was about to visit some place right there in Akure, and in Ife, not letting them know that Kabiyesi was even traveling out. And they were not expecting that Kabiyesi was even going to go anywhere, because his 8 people were coming and going, and he just wanted to ease himself. He wanted to live. Apparently, he got to that point where he wanted to be with his wife Olori, Naomi. Allegedly, it's important. Do not forget that I keep telling you, these are all alleged information. I do not live with these people. These are rumored information, and everything you see on social media, you want to take it with a pinch of salt, okay? And so now they said Kabiyesi just left. And when he left, he went, they got to Akure. He said they picked Olori, Naomi, and Tadenikawo, and they went to Lagos, where they were able to spend one day together. He just wanted to ease himself of that stress. He wanted to just get out of the whole scenery, and just build a new energy for that day and all of that. And there's something a lot of people do not know. They say Ooni of Ife is a workaholic. It's not a small thing, though, that the man does not rest. That they say sometimes the man will work till 3 a.m. He's still working. They say he's always up and doing, always agile. Like the way you see him move, that is how he is. He can get up today and tell you he's heading to Uganda, he's going to the UK, he's going this, he's going that. Like he is, doing a lot of things at the same time. So as we heard, they said they now got to Queen Naomi, took Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo, and they moved to Lagos. Now, when they moved to Lagos, and they said it was a beautiful thing. He was happy that he got to spend time with Olori, Naomi, and Tadenikawo, and it was all that the bodyguards and everybody, they were all there in the mansion right there in Lagos. And they said the next day they had to return back to Akure, had to return back to Ile-Ife, leaving Olori, Naomi in Lagos. Now, when they returned back to Ile-Ife, they said it was not the small thing. Oh. Wives, drag driver, Shokoto. They nearly tore his Shokoto for not telling them the truth where Kabiyesi was going. And they said that it was even after they had left that we had allegedly that and Kikpi's driver had also gone to Akure to check if, because he said they waited till around 6 o'clock, Kabiyesi did not come back. So they knew that perhaps the driver didn't tell them the truth. That Auntie Kikpi now sent the driver to go to Akure. And when the driver got to Akure, Ooni was not there. Of course, you do know that Ooni is, when Ooni is like, what do you call, a golden fish that has no hiding place. If he's passing here, you will know. If he enters this place, you will know, because people are waiting outside. There's always this krong, 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 krong everywhere. So they say when they got to Akure, they found out the way that place was quiet. Nobody, like nothing was happening there. The driver knew automatically that Kabiyesi was not there. But at that time, they didn't know that they had headed to Lagos. And when they found out that this man went to Lagos, said it was not all hell was let loose. That in fact, Auntie P was crying. Like she was crying. They said she was saying that she is pregnant, that every pregnant woman deserves to have a husband close to her. And this one, her own, is different. That that everything that has to do with her is different. Now, when Olori Toby first got pregnant, Olori Toby was in the palace. It's not as if the moment she discovered she was with Charles, she left the palace. No, she did not. She was in the palace for a very long time before, as they said, she left the palace when the pregnancy was like 4 months, when the children were beginning to develop. So she left the palace. So throughout the period that she was pregnant, she was in the palace. The husband was caring for her and everything until they had some of these bad here and there and all of that. But because there is a standing procedure for Ooni of Ife first wives who get pregnant, usually you're not supposed to stay, so that of course anything can happen. You can give birth to the child there in the palace. They said it's not acceptable, it's not permissible by their culture. The child cannot right there, be bedded in the palace. So Oni will not even hear the cry of the baby. That is what we heard. Apart from not seeing the hair, they have to wait for the hair to fall before he sees the baby. That he is not even supposed to hear the cry of his newborn babies, like where they still have that hair on, the hair that they had inside the womb. Okay, and they said so that was one where Toby left. So they said Miriam was crying, oh Lord, that she is tired, and all of this that Kabi is still supposed to take care of her. At a time like this, they have told him that people were coming to beg on their behalf, on her behalf, and all of that. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? She was crying that she dragged driver. Like, what is it? Why didn't you tell me? Kabi was leaving. They said Auntie we made a whole lot of fuss over the fact that this man went to spend time with his son and his wife Olori Naomi. Now, is this story true or not? I don't know. I don't. I'm not going to come here and be lying to you to sugarcoat things, okay? I have no idea. The truth remains that I will always tell you that I just copy and paste, okay? And I will always tell you also that anything you get on social media, you want to take it with a pinch of salt, okay? And so these are all alleged information. These are not first-hand information, okay? So these true stories, I don't know. We have bloggers who say they are there. I was in the palace. I am not in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. I'm interested. Like I have this fascination for these people's culture, and that is why I am deep into this. And again, I love Olori Naomi with the depth of my heart, or from the depth of my heart. So I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.